おかえりなさいませ。ご主人様、お嬢様。Welcome back home. Masters and Princess. Don't hold it. Okay? ようこそバンドメイドのAcousticへ。
うるさいな。
No! お酒を飲んだとき、それぞれのメンバーがどうなるかと。
お酒が大好きです。
バンドメイドの茜のドラ花見 is Japanese hentai. You must join.
Hello everyone and welcome for the fourth episode of Podcast, the only podcast about BAND-MAID. And for tonight I have a special guest, the one and only, the legend, one of the best directors on the internet, Ryan Mear.
Oh,
How are you, Ryan?
I am doing great, thank you. You're too kind.
No, that's just pure truth in my mouth right now. I'm just very, very happy to have you on my channel this time, because last time it wasn't yours and it was not a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we might talk about what happened last time and what's going on next year. I think we have a lot to talk about, because I'm not following your live streams, but so I don't know if you already talked about the announcements and what happened recently with the band and stuff like that. Maybe you did that on your live streams, but this
There's talk
that's
here
talk.
and there. It gets touched on. There's a lot of other bands being talked about, but
Yeah,
yeah.
today will be a great time to talk about all of this at once. So
It is.
for everyone who maybe still don't know you, maybe there are people somewhere who doesn't know the legend, but if people don't know you, can you maybe introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, and everything?
Sure. I am Ryan Mear. I got my own YouTube channel where I ended up focusing on Japanese hard rock and heavy metal. Initially, I just wanted to talk about music, and then that led me into the world of Japanese music, which is more than enough to occupy pretty much all my time. I write music. I talk about music. I write music and record my own music and everything. And I just try and keep everything focused on music and getting bands that are a little lesser known out in front of people that I think would like to hear them. That's what I do. My live streams and everything, and discovered a lot yesterday. A lot of new bands. Couple French bands actually.
French
So,
bands.
good stuff. Man. Good stuff.
Oh, I will need to check that, because even I don't know a lot of French bands.
That's what I heard.
That's very true.
Yeah. That's me, man.
I need to check that out. So yeah, do you remember how you had this idea of creating a reaction channel on YouTube? Or was it a reaction channel at first, or was it just something else?
Yeah, I watched a lot. I found myself watching a lot of reaction videos, and realizing that what it is was confirmation that because I was looking for videos that I knew were good, and seeing people react to them for the first time, it was like confirmation of how right I was about how good this music was, and which is what everybody's kind of seeking, I like, you see younger people checking out like bands I used to love when I was a kid, and them just losing their mind over it. So I thought I would try it. I thought, like, I can do something like that, and then put out a couple of videos and nothing really happened. And I'm getting an echo. Maybe it's from me.
Oh yeah, that's from you.
Well, how is it for me? I don't know.
Shouldn't be from me, at least.
What? How about now?
Is it
No, I didn't
better
change
now?
anything.
Yeah.
No. Wait, do I have this
What
playing somewhere?
what did you do?
Nothing. We're good. How
Is
about now?
Is it fine now? Is it working now? No?
No, because I muted the channel, and it's still happening.
Oh,
Is anybody else
okay,
hearing
okay, okay. Maybe just wait a second. Maybe it's me because I shared my screen, but I just changed something, and maybe it. Just a second. Maybe it did something for you. It shouldn't, but maybe it did.
Check. It's gone now.
It's gone now. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah, maybe it was. Just a second. Up. If I do that, no, you should not hear yourself. Right?
Check 1, 2.
Is it good
Yeah,
now?
we're good.
We're good. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Perfect.
All right.
All right.
Where was I before I interrupted
your
myself?
reaction channel. So yeah, it was supposed to be a reaction channel at first, right?
Yeah, but I thought I would be looking at music I liked, or I didn't know what would happen. I checked out some Metallica and like a Johnny Cash video.
Yeah.
And from the Metallica ones, somebody suggested Baby Metal and BAND-MAID, and I checked them out, and now we're here. I've been to Japan 3 times and traveled all over this country more than I ever have before because of that.
Yeah, it's been a long journey, right?
It has.
Yeah. Do you remember what was your first BAND-MAID song? The first one that you reacted to?
Yeah, it was Thrill live though, not the video. The music video was Thrill live.
Yeah.
And I was hooked then. It reminded me of a few like winery dogs or something I was listening to. I'm like, this is some of the stuff that was going on sounded like them, and like Sabbath. And then the second one was No God, and then that was All She Wrote.
Oh yeah, No God. Oh, it was not that. It was not a long time ago then, because No God.
That's been like 3 years.
Yeah, No God is pretty recent.
Yeah.
All right, that's great. Because I know that I never watched reaction channels before, but when I don't know why, but when I discovered BAND-MAID, when I was looking for videos, I found so many reaction channels reacting to BAND-MAID songs at the time. I think everyone was bored during COVID, and they just did a lot of reactions to everything they could find.
Yeah, that's really what it was. What it was born at. A lot of people are like, what can I do? And you find yourself watching videos, and you just the same thing I do. Well, I can probably do that. I know a lot about music,
Yeah,
Let me talk to people about it.
Yeah, because there are a lot of people who are listening or watching a video. They're like, "Oh, it's good. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and see you next week." So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's that.
I probably should do that, but I hate doing that. So that's why
No. It's always better to give your insight as a musician, and
why I'm still a relatively small channel, but it's a good crowd.
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
It's a good crowd indeed. But yeah, I think I don't remember which one I discovered first, but I know that You, Champ, and Wave were the trio of reactors that I watched a lot while discovering BAND-MAID, because I always wanted to know what you guys thought about this song and this song, even though I was listening to them like in repeat already when I discovered the band.
Right.
But I mean, it's pretty tough to like listen to more than 100 new songs at once when discovering a band that was that productive.
And even go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the previous band that I followed them since their beginning. So I just listened single by single, album by album. So it was easy to follow. But with BAND-MAID, I like 100 songs. It took me years to just go around all of them, remember the name of the songs and stuff like that. It's insane.
Right. Overworld? Is that who
Yeah,
you're talking about?
that's the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to see them kind of develop instead of being thrown into
Yeah.
a history and lore that you had to learn.
But
Yeah, and even for me, because when I started, people were in comments were like, "Hey, you should, there's Champ and Wave. They got mentioned a lot." And I didn't know who they were either because I didn't know about anybody else. I didn't know anybody else, and so even when I talk to them, it makes me see different aspects of the songs I've been listening to forever. I mean, it's always good to just discuss music with whoever wants to talk about it.
yeah, I always, even though I understand almost nothing about what you guys talk about, it's always interesting to hear you guys talk about music and complexity of it, and maybe sometimes playing the guitar and saying, "Oh, she's playing that. Oh, there she's playing that," and stuff like that, and hearing the different layers and the subtleties and stuff that I could not catch with my non-musical ear,
Yeah, I tried to relate what I was processing in my head to people that probably don't play music.
Yeah.
And I probably do less of that, I think, because I find myself saying the same things over and over. So I just kind of,
Yeah,
I've been trying to put a little more effort back into it. Like, all right, like having my guitar on me so I can kind of figure out some parts here and there and stuff.
That's really great because I remember that there are a lot of videos of you listening to a BAND-MAID song. It's like, as usual, it's amazing. What do we want me to say? this fucking band. That's all.
I'm toned down on all the cursing, man. I had to.
Yeah.
I watched some old videos. I'm like, man,
but
dirty mouth. Man.
I think. I mean, for me at least, it's also tough to not listen to everything. Like you discover a good band, you're like, oh, I want to listen to more, but you have to wait for people to recommend you new songs to listen to, and wait until you get to record your reaction video, and then you can listen to one more and one more and one more, and it takes a lot of time, right?
That's why I just did them as often as I could. So I started building up a library of things I could listen to.
Yeah, I think it's a good quote because I don't know how you guys can hold on to listen to new songs. Like when you're discovering a new album, for example, just listening to one song after the other, it's just impossible for me. I have to listen to everything.
Now when bands that I know and I love come out with something, I just listen to the whole album, and like then because you can always listen to it again and you're going to find something else.
Yeah, that's
so there's that initial reaction, is going to be cool. It's going to be missed for some people, but I don't know. I think I got kind of feeling I just want to do something different with it. So when something comes out, like Hanabiye comes out or whatever, I just check out the whole damn thing and dive into it more later, more in depth with people in chat and stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. I used to listen to a lot of different bands, but now I tend to just listen to the bands that I already like and not really try to listen to new stuff. I mean, I don't even know where to find new stuff. When I discovered bands, it was mostly through animes. I was just listening. just watch Ryan Mear's channel and you will discover a lot of music. Right?
Dude, what I do is listen to new music every week.
I know.
So what you just said you do is what I was doing when I stumbled upon BAND-MAID, was listening to the same things. Like, I know I like this, so I'll listen to it. And I wanted to find new stuff, but I felt like nothing was going to be as good.
Yeah.
Right. And then I got shown that you are blind to the world. Like there's so much out there. And now I still listen to the stuff I like to listen to, but a couple times a week I get to listen to several hours of just other people's favorite music. And like I get to hear it. Sometimes it's, I'll get one guy who's just feeding me bands, like the same band, different music.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's somebody wanting to throw, like, here's something completely different. And, my live streams go from freaking the craziest deathcore metal screaming shit to like Chili Beans funk pop, and no, but everybody's cool with it. We're like, cool,
Yeah.
this is neat, man. Let's go on this ride. So I love being able to just like, when I listen to music, I take everything I like, I just put it on shuffle, so it can go from extreme to extreme, and I love having that.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best thing to be able to share music with people, even though you are not really in the same room and talking at the same time with the voice. I mean, when I watched a lot, I listened and watched a lot of Otherworld. I remember that we used to do not stream, but like watch along videos where someone was sharing his screen and playing a concert, and everyone was watching in, and everyone has different reaction. And even with like 10 or 15 people, it was amazing, an amazing experience just to be able to share your passion for a band with other people that really like them as well. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And man, I found like my best friends I've had for years started listening to different shit, and I wasn't able to connect with them on music in the same way.
Oh,
which is really disappointing, because that's kind of what brought us together.
yeah.
And like my best friend for years and years, I was a big metalhead, he was a hip hop guy, and we became friends, and we like blended. Like now we both listen to everything. And now I go over there and he's like listening to like country and stuff. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Once there's all this cool music we discovered, what are you listening to this for? I always give him shit about it. But so like, and then all the stuff I discover, like there's not really many people around here I can talk to about it. Like nobody's that interested in finding new music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, man. Like they turn on the radio and just whatever's on is okay. How can you do that?
I used to do that when there was like the beginning of internet, and
Yeah.
like 20 years ago. It was another time when you can only listen to new music on radio. There was no Spotify, no streaming services, no stuff like that. And
Oh yeah.
everything was
In the
on
before
radio.
in the before times.
In the before time, yeah, exactly.
Have to wait for your song to come on.
And record with your cassette.
Yes, I am that old. I had to wait for it to come on, hit record, make your, try and figure out who it was, because the stupid DJs wouldn't say who it was. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was really another time. That's crazy how technology evolved so fast the past years.
You know what's another weird thing is, then you'd hear a band and you're like, wow, that's awesome. And then they were like these mythical creatures that created this music that nobody else could create. And they were just like gods. And now you can hear somebody who is absolutely amazing and maybe even just go chat with them on a freaking live stream, dude. It's insane. Like the ability to connect with artists you really respect now is something I never dreamed I would be able to do. And I've talked to some of these artists and it blows my mind.
Yeah.
And now if you can like you hear something good and then you find out like the singer is just an asshole. You don't have to waste your time listening to him and then find out later. You know what I mean? Like love Guns N' Roses for decades and realize that Axl Rose is just a piece of shit. It's like, I don't really want to listen to him anymore, man.
Yeah,
so I don't know. It's just kind of a healthier way to listen to music, I think.
Yeah. Even the fact that we can connect to people from all around the globe, like we are together talking on the live stream when we are like thousands of kilometers away. Not even at the time, it's the same time. Like it's morning, it's afternoon for you, and it's almost the night for me. And that's stuff that we do not realize today, but that's pretty insane to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, 3 years ago, I couldn't believe it when I'd put a song out and somebody in Spain was listening to it. I'm like, what? Well, maybe longer than that even.
Yeah.
But then, I guess 2 or 3 years ago when I started my Discord, and all of a sudden I had people that I was talking to regularly from all over the freaking world, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is awesome. And now I completely take it for granted. Like, I don't think about it. And if I need, like, hey, like, I'll just ask somebody, oh, it's freaking noon in Australia. Hey, man, what's up with this or that? Like, Paul, I was working in a machine shop, and I needed a formula to figure out a process. And I'm like, hey, man, how does this work? He's just like this freaking math whiz. He answered me back, yeah, here's what you want to do. I'm like, awesome.
Yeah, that's
Well, I do appreciate it, but I
Yeah.
do take it for granted.
that's why I wanted to add the flags on my Discord. Because when people are talking to each other, you can see from where they are from, and you can see all the flags lighting
Yeah.
up, and people from different countries talking to each other, or maybe people from the same country but they didn't know, and they're, oh, you're from my country, maybe they live like 2 blocks apart or something like that, but they don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
So that's really what I loved when I put this on my Discord, to see where people are from, and it's always so good to see people from all over the globe talking to each other about the same thing, the thing that they like or they don't like. Even though
Yeah.
mostly it's food now, but sometimes it's also BAND-MAID. So
It is mostly food, sometimes BAND-MAID.
that's how it is. I wanted to go back a little bit to 2022 because we spent some times together during the US tour 2022 in the same
We did.
car and in the same concerts. At least three of them, right? New York. It was New York, Philadelphia, and Boston, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, those three. Yeah. And I think was it your first BAND-MAID concerts?
Yeah, my first one is was
Oh,
LA,
You went to LA.
that
okay.
tour.
Yeah.
And then through the generosity of many people on my Discord, I was able to go and see 5 more shows.
That's
4 more shows on the coast. And then I was able to go see him in Chicago.
That's insane.
Yeah, man.
That's
And I'd never been to any of those cities before. Never been to New York, Boston, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'd been to DC when I was really young, but you
Oh.
know, so it was such a wild experience, man, to go and stand there, be walking through New York and stand there in front of the Flatiron Building and be like, wow, I've seen you in lots of TV shows and movies.
Yeah,
And
me
here I
too.
am just
And-
like walking around.
and that's from the point of view of someone who's living in the US. But for me, who's
Yeah.
in France and never, I mean, I've been once in the US, but only in Hollywood and Los Angeles. So I've never seen New York. I've never seen Washington, and I've seen them only in
Wow,
movies and TV shows. So it was
Yeah.
very
So we had the
special.
same experience.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Kind of the same
Yeah.
experience, but it was really great. And being able to spend all the day talking to other fans about the band, about the music, and meeting so many people from Discords, it was really a very special moment. It was really great.
Yeah, it was very cool and very strange because everybody knew what I looked like.
Yeah, nobody knew what I looked
I
like.
didn't know what anybody looked like.
Oh, it's Ryan Mear.
Yeah, who the hell are you?
Yeah, that's the thing when you put your face on the internet.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
that I did not do until a long time.
Yeah.
But that's why I made
Yeah.
my custom hoodie with my name on it, so people were like, "Oh, you're Orange." Yes, that's me.
That's what it says.
Exactly. But yeah, it was really a great time. It was also the first time that we met, obviously, because we are not able to meet in other circumstances that BAND-MAID concerts, I think.
Right.
That would be really tough to just fly to the US and do random stuff with you, even though I would love that.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
We could just drive for hours and hours and hours and end up still nowhere.
Exactly. and do reaction videos together on the road.
There we go.
There you go. New concept.
All around next cornfield. Here we go.
But yeah, it was really
Yeah.
great to finally meet you, and I also meet Alan and Wave and so many people that I watched on the internet. Mostly, I think that we talked a little bit, but not that much before that show. I mean, not in writing, but in in vocal. I think that we talked maybe like once or twice. But
Yeah. Like you had like your game,
Yeah.
like your game things you're doing,
Yeah,
and
you
we
played solos.
chat before that. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, that's
Not a
it.
whole lot, but
That
then we spent, I don't know, it was like 4 hours or something in a car.
yeah.
Franco's driving
Franco's
and bitching
driving.
the whole time.
That it was really cool to not having to care about driving and the road and the fatigue and
Yeah.
just focus on the concerts. Even though I couldn't sleep and I woke up at like 4 a.m. waiting for the concert to start the night after that. I mean, I really can't wait to live that again in Europe if they come back. But we will talk about that later.
Oh,
Of course.
okay.
So yeah, maybe it's time to talk about BAND-MAID news. So we are in mid-December. I wanted to record or live stream this episode after the ending of the ZEP tour because I knew that there were going to be announcements for next year, and I wanted to talk to you about those and what happened recently. First of
Maybe
all,
I would like to be like, here's all the facts, but dude, so many things go into my brain that I know there's things.
yeah, we will,
But
maybe we will do the announcement at the end because it's the most
because
interesting.
I feel like I missed something already.
Oh, you missed something already?
I don't know.
We'll,
man.
we'll see.
What are you talking
We'll
about?
see. We'll see if you remember everything. Right. So the first thing that was announced but was also confirmed by some tweets is that BAND-MAID is going to release a new single in January
Yes.
for the anime Zenshu, and the name of the song is Zen. It's a new anime that I really don't know anything about, except that it's from the studio MAPPA, who did a lot of big animes like Attack on Titans, Chainsaw Man, Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen. So that's pretty
Right
big
on.
hits in Japan.
You know, I watch some anime, not a lot.
Yeah.
I pick up on something. If it grabs me, I'll check it out. And I've watched whatever BAND-MAID's been involved in. Didn't necessarily watch them all, but it gets me to check out stuff.
I mean, I think that at least for now they never made an opening or an ending for a really big hit anime.
Yeah,
So
this might change that. Huh?
yeah.
Well, what was the Shambles? That was a pretty big show. What the hell that was?
I mean, I watched the trailer of this anime and I saw the 3D CGI and I was like, no, I'm not watching that.
Oh,
Japanese
Oh my
are the worst when it comes to 3D animation. So no, just no. I know that they are doing that to cut costs, but they are already underpaying their artists. So no, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to be an animator in Japan, even though they are doing an amazing job. So yeah, that's a no-no. Every time you watch an anime and you see 3D stuff like cars and crowds and stuff like that, it's just to cut costs, and it's always ugly. It's always bad to look. So yeah, but no big hits for now. We'll see if Zenshu may be their first big one. We'll see, because I think recently they did mostly endings, even though Protect You was an opening. Different was also an opening, but I think the rest were endings, if I'm not mistaken. So Zen will be the opening, I think. I think Zen is
yeah,
the
opening theme song.
Yeah, so we'll see how
That's
it
cool.
goes. Yeah, we heard maybe 5 seconds of the song in the trailer that they posted.
And it's I mean, it sounds like what they've been doing.
Yeah,
Um,
it sounds great, I think. I mean, at least for 5 seconds, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it
Man,
goes.
there's some.
Yeah, it's supposed to I think I don't know when the anime season starts in January, but I think that it should be early January. We'll see. Maybe Sense was also an opening, that's right. I forgot about Sense. Sense was also an opening.
Zenshu. Official trailer. I'm just gonna watch a video while we're doing this. No, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. No, don't do that. They also, I mean, it's over now, but they opened the Omesu-sama shop for a quick sale of the acoustic CD for Christmas, but the acoustic version, the acoustic live from March 2024, with a limited edition and a very cute cover. I don't know if you look at it, but it looked amazing. I really liked it.
Yeah, and they like whatever outfits they had on the cover before. There's a carryover from some of the design, right?
Yeah. It looks really similar to the previous one, so I'm pretty sure that it's the same person who designed it.
And hearing from the people that saw that show, man, and seeing the set list, that's going to be pretty amazing.
I mean, it was streamed, so if you should have watched it already, right? Because you are a true BAND-MAID fan, right? Are you?
Watched it already. I don't even have it.
Yeah, you should have. You should have watched it already. It was streamed. I think it. I don't remember if it was for everyone or for Omesu-sama members only, but it was streamed.
What do you mean trimmed?
Streamed.
Oh, streamed. Sorry, your accent got in the way.
It was streamed.
Okay,
I am very sorry. I'm gonna speak with my French accent so you can understand what I am saying. Is it?
That's
better
my
now?
fault. That's my fault.
Yes.
Yes, I did watch it.
It was,
of course.
Yes. So it was amazing. You know that it was amazing already.
I know it was amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, it sounded like I didn't, but I mean, hearing it again, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Because it was awesome.
Exactly. I don't know if they will release the video at one point. Maybe on Prime or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They should, because it was it really was a great show. And we also received a letter from Akane recently for a birthday with
that was a long letter.
A very long letter with very interesting informations, especially at the end of the letter, right? Talking about, I have secrets, but I can tell, but I won't. We will make everyone happy next year, so please wait. Like the same.
Everyone? Or everyone but Europe?
Yeah, or everyone in US, or everyone in Japan.
You mean the world? US and Japan.
I don't know. I really don't know. I talked about it. I'm on. There is a French forum where Doc Loco is posting a lot about BAND-MAID, and every time there is an update or something is happening, he's posting there and sharing it with French people, and some of them just find out about BAND-MAID, listening to songs and talking by messages. And I went there pretty recently again because I discovered it like a long time ago, like 1 or 2 years ago, and I went there again, and people were talking about the announcement for next year, and that it kind of we'll talk again about it, but that it kind of sucks that we don't have any announcement for the rest of the world, and it's only Japan now. And someone talked about the fact that in early December, BAND-MAID the management confirmed that they didn't know that if they will tour in Europe or not. And it came from a manager from a Spanish festival who was trying to invite BAND-MAID for years. And from what they said, BAND-MAID was still not sure to tour in Europe next year. So I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems legit, and maybe it's the reason why they did not announce anything is that because they don't know.
They're not sure.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever is keeping them out of Europe, dude. I don't know.
I mean, Miko was like,
It doesn't. It seems like, I mean, there's a ton of bands playing over there, but some there's a reason, you know. I don't know.
there is a the thing is that we will never know the reason if there is a if they don't come, we will never know the reason.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's the problem. But Miko was also like that during the MCs. She was like, I have a secret I can't tell yet, but please wait. Yeah, it's not like we are waiting for 6 years already, so maybe we can wait like 6 months more, 6 months again, and we'll see at the day of May or something like that if they have something to announce.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know.
We'll see.
I want to see him.
We'll see. We'll talk about the announcement anyway. And there was also a recent tweet from Konami saying that her battle with deadlines calmed down and she's about to start working on the EP again. So the again says that they are already started to work on it, which is pretty obvious because they would not announce an EP if they didn't have anything already done on it.
Yeah.
And we also saw a part of the MV of Zen, so I'm pretty sure that everything is done for this song for a while. Same as Protect You, that was shot in December and released in July, and it was the same for Shambles, that was released, I don't remember exactly when, but it was in summer or end of summer, and it was shot also in December the previous year. So they are planning stuff in advance at least, so they have time for the rest.
I don't know. I just wonder, you know, what if it's going to be a continuation of what we heard, or if they're going to, because what was the theme of the album? So with Sense and Unleashed, it was more like there's a lot of kind of pent up almost rage or like aggression, just dealing with the pandemic and not being able to tour, and then being able to tour, and they just had to get it out, and then they were conscious of that, and this time they wanted it to be more of a what can I say, of a more in-depth kind of approach to the music, which is, you know, you can kind of hear that as far as the production and what goes into each song. So I don't know. I mean, they're not just trying to do the same thing or continue down a path. They're conscious of maybe like, well, maybe this album we should try this or we should try that. And I love it, man. I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, Epic Narratives became my favorite album. So I mean, at least for me, they're doing something. They're in the right path. It
was my most listened to BAND-MAID album for the year.
Yeah,
that tells you anything.
Yeah, it tells you a lot. But yeah, I really want. People are also wondering if this will be like what should be an EP, like 4 or 5 songs, or if it will be like Unleashed, like 8 or 9 songs, like a mini album.
I hope they don't release half of it.
Yeah.
In singles and then put out like
that too.
3 songs we didn't hear. It's kind of a bummer when that happens, but I'll still be happy to hear new stuff.
I don't know if they did that already. I don't think so. I mean,
think so.
For Epic Narratives, you will only add half of the songs to discover. Half of them were already known.
That's true.
So
that's true, and I was still pretty happy with that. So
yeah, because
whatever. I'm just gonna be happy.
I mean, like we knew half of the songs, but we didn't knew half of the studio recordings. So it was at least something to discover.
Yeah.
So that's at least that. So
it was really something to hear them together, like what we heard, and then how it was in relation to the rest of the album was a lot more worth discovering than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I
was like, I want to hear these new songs, and then I find myself just wanting to hear the ones I had heard for a while in conjunction with the new songs. Like, this is freaking great.
But this time they did not announce anything more than the year, so we don't know if it will be early, mid, or late 2025. For Epic Narratives, they said summer, so they try to push it into the last, even after summer, because I think it was not summer on September 25th, it was already fall, but They
Yeah.
they made it in the end. It was tough, but they made it. It's probably why they did not announce anything on this one.
Probably like yeah.
Just release it when you're ready, and that's all. That's all we ask for, at least.
Yep.
But they did not announce anything about any DVDs, anything from the this year's tour. Nothing about the Zep tour or something like that. No, maybe they will release it somewhere else, like on Prime or.
Maybe. I mean, I know from what people that were there were talking about, sometimes there was cameras visible, sometimes they didn't really see anything. I imagine they got to record everything. It's so easy to record everything. But yeah, you never know. I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, it looks like
You would think they would automatically just like, yeah, we'll tour, we'll put out a video and sell that, because people buy tons of shit anyway every time you put something out, and they're, you know,
yeah, they know
they're
that
not like that.
they know that they have hardcore fans who buy like everything with BAND-MAID on it. So
Yeah, they could easily like overdo it,
yeah,
and they don't, which I think is cool.
I agree.
It's still quality, quality over quantity.
Yeah, and at least for the last releases, the live version are always better mixed than the studio recordings. I mean, Epic Narrative is great, but the albums before that, compared to the live version, it's another world. It's really totally different.
They are very different.
Yeah,
They're very different.
yeah. They should. I hope that they will continue like this, using the same people mixing the next EP and the next single, next songs, and so we can really hear everything and just not having like this big fat block of music when you just
Right.
Yeah, I really hope so.
I agree. That's probably the only thing when you jump from like from Just Bring It or stuff like that into Sense Single or Unleash, or like, well, Unseen World is pretty bad about that. Like, it's a pretty jarring, like, holy shit, dude, this is loud.
It's just so loud.
Very loud. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the loudest it can be, I think.
But yeah, Epic Narratives is definitely, I like the direction they took as far as production goes.
Me too.
Pretty easy to listen to.
Yeah, you can really hear the difference whenever they are releasing a live version of any song. It's just so good to hear them live. Not just because it's live, but because you can really hear everything. It's a whole different experience. I'm reading the chat, and Edward Barnes saying that finances are tough for a big band like BAND-MAID. Corporate greed can drag travel expenses down, but anime brings you dollars. Maybe Europe could provide free lodging. Nope. But I mean, there are bands that exist only thanks to animes, like Man with a Mission has a big fan base because they are doing only hits when they are doing openings for animes. And they are huge because of that, and thanks to animes. And the thing is that even though BAND-MAID is trying to do a lot of anime-type songs, they are not doing anime hits, so they're probably bringing new fans and new people to listen to them, but I'm not sure of the impact in the end.
I don't know. I mean, they're approached to do these songs, like someone's like, "Hey, would you like to do a song for this anime?"
The approach is insane, but nobody knows. Nobody knows about that except us.
What do you mean? That
I mean, I was talking about the way they work on anime songs. The fact that they are checking everything, reading the novels, playing games,
right on.
looking at the materials, doing puns about the anime and the content of the anime, and
that's just somebody that cares about their art.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, that's just somebody could easily be like, "Well, here's a song," and they'll be like, "Cool, thanks," But that's not how they do shit. If they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it like your best actor you ever know does it. They research the role, they figure it out, and it makes the end result that much better. So when they do something like that, I don't think they're worried about how popular it's going to be. I think they're more
Yeah.
concerned that they were asked to make this song. So they're like, okay, we will give you the song and we're going to do it the best possible way we can. Whatever happens after that is whatever happens.
This is a documentary I would love to see, like from the studio's perspective. How do you choose which band is going to do your opening, and on which criteria, and what are the directions that you are giving to a band to do the opening? That's something that I really wonder how they do that.
They have alluded to, was at least for, I'm not sure which song it was, man, but they did say that they were given like a couple touch points to mention, but like not like the music I'm pretty sure is already like, it's like from the Konami's bank of music. Like, yeah, I got something we can use. Now the lyrics are obviously done after that, but it's not like, I think there's a misconception among some people that they try to write an anime song. They're just fucking BAND-MAID songs. Their topic is about something else. It's more direct in what it's about, but they're just BAND-MAID songs.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, listen to different. No way this is an opening. I mean, it's not, for me. It's not fitting as an opening. It's just a BAND-MAID song.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I
I think it's great, man. I think they're probably honored to be offered,
Yep.
and they just want to do the best job they can.
and they are.
And then, like, they do it, and then they move on.
Exactly.
And then when they're called later to make a video, they probably do it. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
But yeah, that brings me a question in my head. What do you think of the fact that they are releasing almost only digital singles instead of physical ones?
It's kind of weird. Like, I mean, I released a fucking CD. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like it's a cost
we
thing.
know that it costs money to produce CDs, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
I don't know.
I don't know if it's because they are not selling a lot of CDs that they are just releasing them in digital version instead of a physical
Instead
one.
of maybe, I think, yeah, I don't know. It might just be it made more sense before than it does now, and yeah, just the cost.
Yeah.
It's probably because their packaging is always nice. Like, they don't want to be like, here's a fucking cardboard envelope and mail it to you. They, you know, if they're going to do something, they're going to do it. So it's like, well, maybe it's not cost effective to put one out for every single, and then you can just get like a nice package when it's all together.
Yeah,
For the whole album.
because
I don't know. It might be a time thing too, dude. Like, because they don't stop.
yeah, that's true. Because again, I'm just talking about what I know. Otherworld, they know they sell a lot of CDs, and when they are doing an anime song, they are releasing the regular version, the limited version, and the anime version. And on the anime version, there is a special cover with an art of the anime on it, and it's totally different from the other versions.
Like other bands do that, or they've done that.
Overworld did that.
Overworld. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Like, they really capitalize on what's going on when
Yeah,
they release
they're
it.
releasing like three different versions or 4 different versions of it, and
Maybe
there is 3 different covers.
Maybe they don't need to. Like, they're happy, and
Yeah.
they don't have to, like, sorry, but cash grab.
Yeah.
Like, you know, variant covers and shit. Like,
At least they're
because,
doing
you know,
great
that's the
covers.
thing. They know, dude. If they put out 3 different versions of every single they did, fans would buy every one.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
they could just dig and dig and dig and take advantage of that trust, but they don't, which is another reason why I just love them so much as a group.
Yeah, that's true.
The mutual respect, you know.
Yeah. You are totally right. About the announcements, I actually wrote something to compare the announcements between 2023 and 2024. So the announcement for 2024 and 2025. That's pretty interesting because the announcements are almost the same for those 2 years.
Yeah.
At the end of the Yokohama Arena concerts, they announced the Yokohama DVD. So no DVD this one for the Zep tour. They announced the spin-off shows in February. One spin-off show in February in 2024 and 2 spin-off shows in 2025. The acoustic concerts in 2024, 2 acoustic concerts in 2025. The Day of Maid, of course, the 2024 and 2025. They announced a summer all tour in 2024, and we also had the Zep tour at the end of 2024. And for 2025, they are announcing like 8 concerts until June. They announced a new full album, and for 2025 they announced the EP. And that's all. And for 2024 we knew that there was going to be collabs with overseas artists, and that is going to be a new chapter for BAND-MAID, as they said. But from what we know for now, we only have the months of the release of the single in January. We have like 12 concerts planned until June. It's called the BAND-MAID Tour 2025, so no mention of something else. We don't know what they will do after June, so it leaves all the summer and the fall and the winter. And we already know that they will release an EP, so maybe they could do something like the release of Unleash, playing songs overseas if they tour overseas, which means that we should not have a lot of old songs during the concerts if they perform the songs from Epic Narratives and from the new EP.
Right, yeah. Maybe the difference in quantity of what they're doing is just because that was their 10th year.
Yep.
Like, they're really trying to, like, this is our 10th year, and so I don't know, maybe they're just trying to do as much as they could.
It was the 11th year. The 10th year was 2023. So 2024 was the 11th year.
Okay.
But the thing is that it doesn't look that much, and I was the first to say that it was a quiet year, especially for overseas fans. But I'm working on a video about a recap of the year 2024, and when I wrote it, it was like every 2 weeks something was happening. I was like, did I say that they did nothing in 2024? I was like, oh yeah, in February they did that, 2 weeks after they did that, and they did that and that and that and that, and all the years it goes like that. So for us, it looks like not much happened because they stayed in Japan and all the concerts were there, and we only have like the DVD, the album, and 2 live streams, but that's all. But they did really a lot of things, even though they didn't tour that much. They toured a little bit more than during COVID, during the 2 years of COVID, which is really not a lot. But they were already pretty busy in 2024 with the Made It and the album, and already preparing new songs, the single, the EP, and we still don't know what they are planning for next year.
I don't know, man. With the amount of recording free time whatever free time they might have, it just seems like it's just occupied. I don't know. If they need to chill out, dude, then they need to chill out. But I don't think they're capable of just like, well, we're gonna take 6 months off. If there's something going on.
Yeah, I think the first half of the year 2024 was pretty rushed because of the album, the collab with Incubus, the collab with The Warning, the concerts, the rehearsal of the acoustic concerts, because you have to relearn all the songs and redoing them again, and because it was the first time that we heard harmonies between Kalami and Miku, which was amazing. That the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. But yeah, it's still, I mean, it's a lot of things that we do not see, especially as overseas fans. But when we are looking at all the events of the year, it's a lot. In the end, it's really a lot. So I don't think that they will announce a lot of new stuff, at least for the first 6 months of 2025. Except maybe some merch to be sold. But I'm pretty sure that most of the concerts are already planned, at least for the first half of the year. And we will have to wait again month until we will get.
I think you probably touched on what may be the issue early on. Is like they don't know. Like there's probably a lot of things they want to do, and they have to wait and see what's kind of plausible or what's going on with the world. There's a lot of shit going on with the world, and here, and you know, I don't know. Maybe they might not be like, maybe we don't want to go to the States right now.
I mean, I would be fine with that.
Yeah, I know you would be. But you know, there might be like several things going on. They're just waiting to see like what the best play is, and I don't know.
I was glad to know that European festivals, at least one European festival was trying to bring BAND-MAID to Europe. Because a lot of people was telling me to talk to festivals to bring BAND-MAID and stuff like that. That festival that maybe they didn't have any offers in Europe, but it looks like they do, even though they didn't come back since 2019, which is a long time ago. I'm pretty sure that European festivals know about their popularity in the US and what they did in 2023 and 2022, and they want to bring them in Europe and hopefully give them the spotlight.
I hope they go. You know what? If they go there, maybe I should go there and see them, because it's a lot easier than to get into Japan.
That's true.
And I can finally go to Europe, because I've never been there either.
Yeah, so it will be a way to go to the road together again, and you will travel through Europe and see what's.
Then I can meet up with my American BAND-MAID friends in Europe, because that's usually where we meet is somewhere else.
That would be really cool. I mean, that's just what I'm hoping for, and since the Yokohama Arena, really, that's. I really thought that the Yokohama Arena they will announce the Europe tour in 2024. 2024. Yeah. Just one more year, a few more months, because I don't know if they want to announce something starting from July. They need to announce it pretty soon, at least soon enough. So I don't know if waiting for the day of MAID is a good call or not, or if it's already too late, like May, June, July. It's pretty late if you announce like US tour in July for festivals, for example.
I don't know, man. I mean, if they toured, you'd think they wouldn't sell out with the next day anyway. Like, we're playing tomorrow, they'd be like fucking sold.
Yeah, especially like that. All right, tomorrow we'll be there, sold out.
Right. Yeah, it'd just be immediate.
I mean, that's what I'm expecting if they come back to Europe. So many people are waiting for them that it will do the same thing that they did in 2022 in the US. The hype will be insane, and people will try to see them all over Europe. I mean, I don't know if you saw the channel on your Discord about Rolling Quartz and their Europe tour. Their Europe tour is insane. They have like how many dates?
Yeah, like 30 some dates, or 20.
That's just, let me check again.
That's crazy, man.
It was pretty insane. They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 dates, and they are even coming to my city in France. But I don't care about them, so I'm not going to see them. I just like
you uncultured swine.
I just like 2 songs of them.
If it's gonna be in your town, dude,
but,
it'd be worth seeing it.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to go to a concert of the band that is playing songs that I don't like. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You don't deserve to see him then.
That's fine by me. I won't go seeing them. But I know that they have I don't know if there is a big community in France, but I know that there is a community with I think they are called the Diadems, something like that, and they have a Twitter account, and they are doing stuff for the band, and they are playing stuff as well. So I think they have a good community.
Pretty dedicated fan base.
I think so, yeah. Even though
they interact.
Yeah. They are doing a lot of advertisement on their channel.
Yeah.
Like playing, covering songs from every country in Europe to prepare the tour of every country that they are going in.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I remember that I saw a video where they tried at least to sing in French on a popular French song, and I mean, Korean are known to be very good at art marketing, so I'm not surprised that they are doing this properly. But I don't know where they're getting those big numbers on YouTube, because this is the only place where they have big numbers.
Have you looked at the videos?
I've looked at some of them.
They're kind of nice to look at, man. They're beautiful. That's probably an appeal of a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
That it's just, it pulls people in, and then they're like, oh, actually, this song's pretty freaking rad, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's marketing, dude. Like you said, marketing.
Yeah.
And they got a look that gets your attention on a thumbnail.
Yeah, that's how music works in Korea. It's all about the look and the music afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole package.
Exactly. I think that I've covered all the topic that I wanted to cover. I think so.
Can I go now? I'm kidding.
You bastard. Is it over now? Can I go? Oh shit, we're live. Can I stop recording now?
I'm kidding.
I really hope that you are kidding, because I will not invite you again ever. Maybe we can play your song, the song that you chose. All right, because as usual, I'm asking my guest to choose a song and tell us
People might be surprised.
Yeah, tell us about the song that you choose, and we'll listen to it, and then we will talk about it.
I'm gonna stall here. We'll let chat speculate what song I picked, because the reason I picked this song is because the breadth of BAND-MAID's library is so vast that sometimes something comes up and you're like, oh man. With me, I don't have every song title memorized. I'm just horrible about that with any band. So it comes on, I'm like, what is this? What is this? I have to listen to it for a minute. I'm like, oh yeah, it's been a while since I heard that. And the sound of it is just so like epic and big for me, and it puts the studio recording just puts me in like a concert atmosphere, like just how it sounds. So to me, it just hit me like yesterday. Like it came on and I listened to it twice. I listened to it again today because the solo section, the opening sounds, everything just sounds so good. So people are guessing Puzzle, No God. Yeah. You're gonna be surprised, man.
Yeah.
You were gonna be surprised.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I don't know if they got it now.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. All right, let's see if it works at least. Yeah, it works.
All right. Okay. No, I couldn't. I put it in the chat. I was trying to say it. Like I can't hear the song. All right. So what? Because when at the opening, I wish just when it comes in with the OOs and everything, and that whole like the atmosphere of that song just sounds to me like it's in a like you're in a big concert hall, and it just sounds massive to me, and that feel just doesn't go away, and it's kind of one of the only songs that makes me think of their live videos as a whole as opposed to the performance of that song. Just like it somehow brings me into that space. So when it comes on, it's like, oh fuck yeah, dude, this band is awesome. And then it just gets better and better, and really cool solo. It's just a great song, man.
Yeah,
Great song.
I think that you're not the only one, because I remember that when it was played live, I don't remember when, if it was in 2023, but a lot of people were like, oh yes, let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not,
and
not the only fan.
part of why I picked it was because I knew people would probably say like Moratorium or Puzzle or whatever, and there's so many songs you can pick that are just awesome that
almost all of them.
That's the last. Yeah, and that's the last one that hit me in a different way, I guess, from because I've been listening to a lot of epic narratives, like
Yeah, me too.
a lot,
Me too.
and then I let it go past the album, and it started playing other stuff.
Yeah.
Then you came on, I'm like, God, dude, this is freaking amazing too,
Yeah, I did the same thing. I switched back on my regular playlist with all the songs, almost all the songs. So it feels weird too. But sometimes you like banger after banger after banger, and it never stops. It's like, am I playing my best of album or something like that? No, it's just
Right.
random BAND-MAID songs.
It is pretty wild that's the thing about them, man.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
The amount of quality, just good music is unmatched.
Yeah, could not agree more. Let's move to your topic. So yeah, I mean, we talked about two things. So which one would you like to choose first?
We touched a little bit on anime.
Yeah, that's right.
Songs and what is about them. Some, I don't know. I think, yeah, fuck it, dude. I really feel like dragging it. I don't think it's that important. Like, it's important to some people, and it's just not to me. I think they just write a damn good song. It's a song that's the music's already there. They apply the lyrics to the anime, so there you go. Are there styles of music that are anime style, or is it sound like that to Americans?
I mean, there are a lot of people who are discovering Japanese music, and for them, every music is anime music.
Exactly what I'm saying. I even mentioned it in the first time I heard him. Is that, like I said, my only context for Japanese music is anime, and it's my literal ignorance of anything beyond that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But when it gets thrown off as though it's an anime song, it's like, why does that make it bad?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think that the most anime song that they did was Brightest Star.
Yeah.
For me, Brightest Star could be an opening of any shonen anime that you would watch.
But and any of them.
Unleashed too.
I don't know, dude.
I mean,
Brightest Star, dude, I did a deep dive on that song, and it just blew my fucking mind. Because I'm like, it shouldn't be too bad. And then somebody's like, what about Misa? I'm like, no. And then I listened to it, and that's one of the most insane Misa-based songs I've ever heard. It is ridiculous. And I tried to learn like 2 verses worth of on the bass, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. I figured out those little parts, and then the next line was just like, I'm like, nope. So I don't know, could it be an opening? Sure, but the music is a freaking amazing, just collection of music,
Yeah.
just that one song.
Yeah, that's
So
also why I discovered Japanese music. I mean, the first time I heard Japanese music was watching an anime. So I based most of my Japanese music knowledge around openings and endings, especially Bleach. Very popular animes. But when I listen to a song that I liked, I try to search for the artist and find other songs. That's how I discovered Overworld. But it was still like 20 years ago, so it was not that as easy as today to find songs from a
Yeah.
Japanese band at this time.
right.
Today it's pretty easy. Everyone is putting their song on Spotify, on YouTube, and
Sure.
at this time you would have to wait for Japanese people to record the song or rip the CD and put it on the website somewhere. It was
Right.
really not the same thing at all. But I remember, like, for my example, I remember the image of a website with a dark background and just a list of songs, just anime songs, and just you click on them and it downloads it. So it was pretty
Oh,
easy
wow.
to just download songs after songs and try to and you can search. So I was searching like Overworld. I was like, oh, there is this song, there is this song, there is this song.
Oh yeah.
and then you find songs. And I also remember the first time that I actually bought an album on the internet from Japan. It was not on CD Japan. It was on a website called Play Asia, which still exists now, where you can buy
Nice.
stuff from Japan. And I was like, I get my first Japanese CD. No taxes, no big taxes in Europe, paying like twice the price of what you bought and stuff like that. It was a better time for that, at least. But
I think my only experience I had with any kind of Japanese releases or anything was like a lot of the virtuoso bands or like specialty, like Steve Vai, Paul Gilbert, guys like that they would tour Japan and there'd be like releases there. But through Nirvana, I had one of my friends was like a Nirvana freaking insane Nirvana fan, and he would search out these import CDs.
oh,
And so, and they were expensive, and it was like a live show from somewhere in Europe or like from Japan, whatever. And that is like, oh, because you didn't think of them playing over there or even being able to hear it. And this was, 30 fucking years ago. So it's like, we would all just huddle around the CD player, listen to this thing like it was, I don't know what it would be like. It was just like this great reward to be able to listen to it, and it was. And now you can listen to all that shit anytime you want to.
yeah.
So it was special to find stuff like that. Like you had this treasure, and like your one friend had it, and he spent $35 on a CD that sounded like shit, but it's still amazing. And I found a place in Japan last time I was there in Century. I think him and his daughter found the same place. All right, I brought them back to the place where I walked into this record shop up on like a third floor of a building, and it was like a place where these bootlegs came from. Like it kind of hit me. I'm like, oh shit, this is where because it was just full of concerts from U.S. artists. It was all U.S. stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh wow, this is how it starts. It goes from here, and somebody buys it, it gets sent overseas. So yeah, it was
that's
pretty
crazy.
neat to see that side of it.
Yeah, that's insane. But yeah, we know we have the ability to travel to Japan pretty much easily. So
Yeah.
with that in the internet, it really changes everything from what it was like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And the first anime that I watched, I did not even. It was a friend from the internet. It was a friend from my Counter-Strike team who sent me DVDs. He burnt the episodes on DVDs and sent me the DVDs. And this is my first experience, and I watched it in French, which is terrible for animes. Like to watch it not in Japanese, it's the worst thing to do.
Yeah, when it's dubbed.
Yeah, the dubbed version. No, it's not. It's really bad. But yeah, that was my first experience with animes, and after that, I think I watched a shit ton of animes for years, all the time. I tried to watch everything I could find, and
Let's see, man, what was mine? Because I think Speed Racer was a thing that was replayed here
yeah,
when I was a kid, and I
mean-
just knew, I'm like, why don't their mouths do anything like what they're freaking saying? Like, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand as a Japanese
Yeah.
show
yeah,
that was dubbed in English. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
why did it look so stupid?
I
But
think
it was
yeah, I think
good.
I didn't even thought about it when I watched like Dragon Ball Z on TV when I was a kid
Yeah.
in French. But the first time
Right.
I listened to the Japanese voices, I was like, wow, a new world
It
opened
does.
to me. Especially animes
Yeah,
like
you
this
may
one.
you may not understand it, but the emotion
Oh,
comes
yeah.
through a lot
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Especially Dragon Ball Z, for example, the voices are amazing. The Japanese voice actors are amazing.
But so yeah, I mean, there was that, and I think oddly enough, there was some in the States, like there was cartoons on Saturday morning. That's
Yeah.
what kids did. Then on Sunday, there was like 3 or 4 on, and what was it? Dark Star and Dungeons and Dragons. Then there was some, I believe it. I don't know what. I think it was a religious show, but it was done like now. It's obvious it was like animated in Japan and
Okay.
then just overdubbed here, like Bible stories. I was like, this looks like that. Like it just looks so weird,
We have-
so different.
Yeah, totally
I didn't
different
watch
from the original content, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we have some stuff like that. Like, for example, I remember stuff like you see a character drinking, obviously a beer, but
Yeah,
the voice actor saying that he's drinking apple juice, for example.
right. Foamy mug of apple juice. Yeah.
That, and there was also the funny one. Do you know I think you know the anime City Hunter, right? With
What's
the
it?
City Hunter. The English name of the anime is City Hunter. It's I don't know the Japanese name of it. It's the cop who is basically a pervert. Nicky Larson, it's in French. Let me
no.
try to find Nicky Larson because it's a very popular anime from the 80s.
No,
No?
Century mentions Voltron. I did watch Voltron too.
It was it's City Hunter, but
But
I
yeah,
don't
I don't know.
remember the City Hunter. And I remember in City Hunter in the French version, I mean in the Japanese version, at one point they are going to a love hotel, and in French it's translated as a vegetarian restaurant. So it's just random stuff like this.
City Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. There wasn't a lot to see really, like here. Like Voltron was around.
Yeah, I think that we were very
I don't
lucky in
know.
France for that. We
Yeah,
had,
there was some. What was there? Beetleborgs? Like there was some live action shit that was going
oh
on
yeah,
that I would get glimpses of. What was the? Oh man, I can't think of the. It was like one of the most popular things ever. I can't think of it. I don't know.
but I did also
Like
watch a lot of American cartoons because I used to watch Cartoon Network a lot. So I did
Yeah.
watch a lot of US cartoons. Especially when I was a teenager, and there were so many great cartoons from Cartoon Network. Like
Yeah.
even stuff that are not really made like I said for men, like the Powerpuff Girls, like this,
Right.
like this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I have like pop figurines and stuff like that
Yeah.
from the San Diego convention.
Cartoon Network. I remember when that came about. I'm like, what? There's just cartoons on all the time.
Yeah,
we didn't
cartoons
even
all
have
the
cable. Like cable all the time when I was a kid. It was like Air TV. We got to watch this channel to watch cartoons. It was like old, like Looney Tunes. I didn't know how old Looney Tunes cartoons were when I was watching them.
Yeah,
You
me
know?
neither.
I thought they were new shit, but they've been around for 30 years already.
I'm a huge fan of Tom and Jerry. That's my favorite cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's from the 30s. That's pretty insane. Wow. That's from the 30s, and it's still incredible to watch it today.
Yeah,
that's still funny. It still works even today.
Wow.
There are so many stuff that we are doing nowadays that are not funny. Like 1, 2, or 3 years after that, after the release.
There's so much more of everything that it's hard to make something that's going to be paid attention to. When then there's a lot of firsts that they struck a nerve then, and that when everybody is inspired by a thing, and you can always recall that first thing is going to be, what's remembered longer than whatever it inspired, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
That seems like an awful lot of thought.
I think that we are very lucky in France because we had a lot of animes. We had like some channels who were airing different animes, like Dragon Ball Z, City Hunter, and a lot of animes from the 80s and the 90s. And there are a lot of memes on the internet about the dubbing, the French dub of very old animes, because at this time they didn't know that it would work, that people would watch that, so they did crazy shit and bad dubbing with weird voices that didn't match the scenes at all. And it's really to watch today, because it was pretty much a joke for the voice actors at this time, the French voice actors.
Oh.
But
now it's something that's like you want to do justice when you do it instead of just like a job.
Yeah, exactly. And if you didn't know, France is the second country when it comes to mangas. We are after Japan.
Oh.
Yeah. And we are the second countries about McDonald's after the US. So great. But yeah, we do consume a lot of stuff from other countries. Sometimes for good, sometimes not that good. But I remember the time where there were no websites like Crunchyroll, for example, streaming animes and buying licenses. Yeah. When you had like volunteers just using a translation, most for French at least, using an English translation and redoing all the subtitles for the animes and putting this online so people can download them. It was all those fan subs. So many fan subs existed at one point.
Dude, that is insane. That is so much work.
Yeah.
Like I'd subtitle my interview videos, and it takes a long freaking time, and they're pretty calm.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
I do that.
It's a lot of work.
I do the subtitles on most of my videos, but especially on the documentaries, it takes a lot of time just to.
I'm talking about literally just putting the words in. I don't even do the freaking translation.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing the translation again. I'm also not doing the translation. I have a team for that.
I need a team.
People.
I got like a one guy team, and he's overworked.
Yeah, I'm glad that I have people that are. I mean, when I asked people to translate stuff, I'm always telling them that it's not. Do that on your free time and don't rush them. And if the video is out, don't worry about it. I can release the subtitles later on. It's fine as I just want to release my videos mostly in English and Japanese because that's where my viewers are. But yeah, it's always good to have more languages, and sometimes I see comments saying, please add subtitles in English or in Spanish or in Portuguese and stuff like that.
Man. have to auto translate that stuff.
Yeah.
Do it on your own. And I need to clarify, I do have a team. I have a team of people that help me out all the time. I did not mean I didn't have people to help me. I just mean I don't have like, hey, can you take care of this? Can you take care of that? It's like there's people that are willingly doing shit, and I wish I could make it like a more like an official production team. I just want to clarify that because these people do a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, because they will crush you and go on strike doing the French thing, the most French thing that they could do if you are not clarifying that. Yeah, we do have a lot of great people working with us on what we're on our videos and our projects and what we are doing. I mean, you have a ton of channels, so your Discord is a nightmare to manage.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's every time I go on your Discord, I'm scrolling infinitely to find the channels.
You gotta condense those channels,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I could do that, but it's always funny to see all those channels all the time, everywhere. People talking about like every band that exists.
Right. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but it's the only way to keep it from where you can actually follow a conversation about a band as opposed to it immediately getting lost.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way.
I mean, some of them there's like 3 or 4 people that talk about a band, but at least they know they can be like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
And it's a quick way to get it. So
that's how I started with BAND-MAID, actually. I went on your BAND-MAID. I went on your Discord and on the BAND-MAID channel and talked to people, and then I made mine. But that was the first thing that I did, joining your Discord and talking to people about BAND-MAID. So that's without that, there would not be the the BAND-MAID Discord. So that's all. Not all thanks to you, but kind of.
Yeah. Just trying out a thing, and here we are, man.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to talk about? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Kalami's guitar.
About Konami's guitar, yeah.
Kalami's guitar. Pretty big news. Pretty huge thing.
Pretty big news, and it's the only like 6,000 guitar that I would ever think about trying to get. I'm not, because they're all already accounted for. But
it's too late.
anyway. It's just a very intelligently made guitar, and I think it's somebody that she will definitely use that guitar, you know. I mean, I don't know if hopefully they'll make like a regular production run. I don't know what metrics they use to decide that or whatever, but I don't really care. I mean, it was an awesome thing for her. I don't think anybody deserved it more. And it's a pretty big milestone for her and the band. And it brought a lot of people to BAND-MAID. Like, a lot of people see that and like, well, who's this? And the inevitable happens. They see her play. Like, the video they put out with it was a really pretty good video.
Yeah, the video was great. I agree.
So, you know, some instrumental stuff, and then they throw in the whole band. It's just like, dude, who is this?
Yeah.
So, I think it's really cool.
About that, Poji-san mentioned that there was also Toru from One Ok Rock, who is playing Pierre's guitars for a long time, and is way more popular and way more in the spotlights than Konami and BAND-MAID. So that's pretty huge that they gave the first signature model to Konami instead of choosing a popular band.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they just saw something different in her. I don't know. Maybe it's just a rising popularity. I don't know. I don't think they do that lightly. They don't make a decision like that lightly.
Of course.
I think it's a combination of, their fans are rabid fan base. Their shows are pretty successful, and then just look at what she's doing.
Yeah. And the founder of PRS giving her the guitar by hand, it's
Yeah.
pretty big. It's pretty big. It's not,
Paul
Reed Smith. It's not every day that something like that could happen to a
Oh
musician.
man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That'll be. Hey, and you know, Konami was there. Her whole band was there supporting her, of course. And I've never been so happy for somebody to get a signature guitar, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause she was fine. She, you know, Bert gets her private stock and
Yeah,
is so
she just
proud
got
of
a
it.
private stock. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. And then, that's just, I don't know, man. I've never been so happy for somebody.
Yeah, me too.
So,
And I recorded my podcast with John Reeves a few weeks ago, and he told me that he has contacts with guitar providers in the US, and he tried to get a Konami model being sent to him just to try it, and it was already sold out, and he was not
Yeah.
able to get it, even though he tried as fast as possible. It was already
there's
sold.
not many guitars, dude, and just being able to see one's going to be like
Yeah.
a special thing. So hopefully someday.
I saw someone posted on Twitter that the shipping has been delayed to next year. So
Really?
yeah, so
Damn.
someone in Japan. So I don't know about the US and Europe, but at least
Yeah.
for someone in Japan, it's delayed. So I'm pretty sure it will be the same for everyone. I don't know when
Wow.
we will see the guitar in the end of
I don't
anyone.
know.
It was pretty
I don't
fast.
know.
It was pretty fast for people to get Misa's bass. So, but it's not the
Yeah.
same. I don't know how many, if it was limited or not, as opposed to Konami's
I don't
signature model.
I don't think so. I think you can
Yeah.
order one or
Yeah, I think.
they're still not cheap, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
It's expensive.
$6,000. That's wow.
Yeah, man. Because her bases are about that much, right?
I don't
They're around
remember.
four or five.
Yeah, I don't remember the price of the bass.
Yeah, I think the bases are 4 or 5.
Yeah, the bass is the same. Okay. But I think that Miku has also a new Zemaitis guitar, but I don't know if it's another signature model or just another Zemaitis, one more Zemaitis to our collection.
Yeah, I don't think it's the signature one.
No, I don't think so.
Which is that they know they could capitalize on that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't though.
I mean, PRS will see that they sold Konami's guitar in 1 hour, so they might maybe try to sell more in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion with it. I think like people were trying to get him and they didn't. I think the way they did that was just kind of, I don't know. Didn't make sense to me. You couldn't just go to Paul Reed to the website and order it. You had to like go to different sites to order it.
Yeah.
And there's only so many available for so many places, and
Yeah, it was
Kind of a
it was really weird
fiasco.
how they did. I mean,
I don't know.
it was also, I think it was for the Flappy Pigeon that it was pretty weird also, because I know that people sent emails to Zemaitis, and then 3 months later they were like, oh, we have 5 of them, do you want one?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that on Reddit, and someone was like, "Oh, hey guys, if you want a Flappy Pigeon, contact Zemaitis now. They have in stock."
Wow.
So that's, I don't know how it works for signature models, but it looks like it's pretty weird to get one.
All high dollar. Yeah, the Flappy Pigeons are on 4, probably closer to 6
Yeah,
if you want to
wow,
get one now.
that's freaking expensive.
Yeah.
I know people who bought Flappy Pigeon just to get it. They don't even know how to
Yeah.
play guitar. That's pretty.
Yeah, I know some.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. Big fan, man. Fan base.
Very big fans.
Big fans.
That's a lot of money just to get a collection guitar, just to display it.
It is, but that's relative. If you got it, it ain't so bad. If you don't, it's a lot.
Indeed. Indeed. Alright guys, if you have any question you would like to ask to Ryan and or myself, let's do it now, and then we will finally release Ryan from his busy schedule so he can do reaction video and get $10 per reactions and say
I
that
gotta
your
get
music is shit. And
editing done, man. Dude, I had a 5-hour live stream yesterday. Last
yeah, I
night.
saw that you posted it. 5 hours. That's a very long stream.
There's so much good music though. Like it was really, really good.
I mean, I hope that there was a lot of good music in 5 hours.
It was I can't remember the name of the band. We checked out wow. Everything just went out of my head. Damn it. There's a V in the freaking name, but it's an A, not a V. I can't think of what it's called.
While you're thinking, Scorpius is asking, what do you think is Kanami's best solo?
Dude.
Good luck.
Best solo. Well, I can't. Daydreaming, dude. That solo is perfection. That whole song is perfection.
Yeah, same for me. I already had
it's got to be. There's so many good ones because screaming is one of the coolest things I've ever heard, dude.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
But daydream. If I had to pick one, I would say daydreaming. But the next one that comes to mind is screaming. That is so fucking cool. She starts playing while Psyche's still singing, and then just goes nuts. Love it, dude. But then he got the freaking Honey, dude. The solo for Honey. It's a cover, but shit, dude. That solo was awesome.
Yeah, they're doing it right. They're doing it
Yeah.
right. Do you guys think
Landmarks was the group.
Landmarks?
Yes.
Oh, with the V.
No
Okay.
Landmarks?
Okay, Landmarks with a V. Okay.
Landmarks.
Always have people in the chat to remind you the bands.
Yes, I knew. I love it though, man. And they're coming to the States with Jaluka.
Oh
my God, it's gonna be a crazy show.
Torgarium is asking, do you guys think other bands and their management are studying BAND-MAID international and loyal fan base and trying to do the same or similar?
Same or similar.
Yeah, I don't think that,
international and loyal.
yeah, I don't think that you can really copy something like that.
Oh, do we think other bands
Yeah.
are studying BAND-MAID?
And
No. Should they? Maybe.
I mean, what
Trying to do the
I
same.
mean, they would get that the band is very, very loyal to the fans and doing songs for them and always thanking them and showing every time that they are very thankful for everything they did, and that the fans are old guys with a lot of money who pay everything with BAND-MAID on them. So that would be the conclusion of the study.
Yeah, I don't know how that would apply, but yeah,
Yeah.
what would they see? They would see a band that never does anything that they're not going to fully commit to.
Yeah.
And truly shows appreciation for the fans, which is rare.
Always.
It's never a passing comment or anything. It's real.
Yeah.
And what else would it be?
I mean, how many bands are writing songs to their fans just to
Not
show their
very-
appreciation?
Not very many.
No.
But the only problem with studying BAND-MAID is they're going to look at it and go, yeah, but they're music. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's something that seems like it's so built into the fan base
Yeah.
and the band. Like it's all so tied together that it's very personal.
Yeah. It's not something that you can just copy like that and
Yeah.
replicate. Just years of activity and events and decisions and stuff like that. So
there might be bands going, how is it they sell all of their merch every time they drop something? It's just because
because of
because
Marshall.
of that because of Marshall. Yeah, it's because of the community that's been built around it. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's just that feel.
Exactly.
So that's more about what the band needs to do than marketing.
Yeah, I agree. Best battle armor. Well, I'm not into fashion, so not really my thing.
Best made battle armor.
Yeah.
I really think Konami's latest outfit suits her very well. I really do. She went from looking kind of childlike with her headband and stuff and all the frills and everything, and now it's very demure, very, I don't know. I just think it suits her really well. I don't think about it a lot, but it's like, yeah, that fucking rocks, dude. It looked cool.
That's true.
Doesn't look silly at all.
Yeah, the last
really,
ones.
really like it.
I mean, I'm glad. It's great that they evolved in a way that they are. Only Miku is made now, even though it was almost the case before because only Kanami and Miku were maids, and now it's only Miku. So they are all in their own world, and even Miku is on her own world, and she will never stop to be a maid, I think, because it wouldn't make any sense to be for her to change her outfit and not being a maid, because that's what she does in the band.
Right. Yeah, it's not gonna change.
Yeah.
Wouldn't look right, dude. Like what?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. Next dream collab for BAND-MAID. What is your next dream collab? What would you like to see?
You got any thoughts on that? I don't know, dude.
I have just one thought, but it's not BAND-MAID. It's just Miku.
Yeah.
Because you have to react to it, by the way, but Nikki released a live performance today of Dreams, done last song, and it sounded amazing. And it made me think that I would love to see a collaboration between Miku and Ika, the singer of Nikki.
Ah.
And I think that they could do something
cool.
amazing together.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would I like to see him collaborate? I don't care. Like I enjoy the collaborations, but there's nobody I want to see them with.
Yeah, me neither.
But I'm up for it. Like whatever, if another one happens, I'm interested.
No, BAND-MAID Ado.
Because there's nobody I like that I think would be a good fit.
Yeah.
You know, like, because they're just such their own thing. Like when they announced something with Incubus, I'm like, okay, because I've mentioned Incubus before when talking about BAND-MAID, like several times.
Oh.
And so, you know, there's any. Oh, what could it be, dude? It's like old virtuoso musicians would be a great fit. Or what was some shit I was listening to here recently?
Well, people are saying Ado and Baby Metal, but I'm pretty sure they won't do anything with Baby Metal. Looks like they don't want to be associated with Baby Metal anyway. And Ado just released a song with Imagine Dragons, so that's not BAND-MAID's league at all.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Maximum the Hormone will be funny. I don't know how it could work, but it could be funny.
Yeah, when I think of them collaborating, I think of the musicianship standpoint of it. So
Yeah.
I want it to be man. Like it could be like Paul Gilbert, somebody like that, like just a virtuoso would come in and just create this massive freaking song. But that's I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a weird. I don't know. I never thought about like wanting them to collaborate with somebody. It's always
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
mean,
cool. They like somebody. They met somebody. You know. Yeah, I don't know. Because I want to hear Konami play. I want to hear Saiki and Miku sing.
yeah. Just want to hear BAND-MAID. In the end, just
Right. Right.
maybe a collaboration with Clupo.
There you go. Make it simple.
You get everything you want.
Yeah. What other bands? Because the other stuff I like just wouldn't gel, man. Wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know.
A symphonic orchestra would be great.
Who?
A symphonic orchestra, like BAND-MAID playing with an orchestra.
Yes.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Nobody.
Nobody. Besides asking Konami how they create their songs, what is the next question you want to ask?
That's the only question I want to ask. Can I hear some demos?
Yeah, like
Because
the whole
I know how they
process.
create their songs. You know, I've asked her that.
Yeah.
So that's done. And next is okay. Show me.
Konami
Like-
singing on piano.
Yeah.
That's-
Can you
that's the
literally write a song right
Yeah.
now? And I want to see the whole process.
That's, I mean, making like a video of the whole process of a song, like taking one song
Oh my
from the
God,
beginning to
man.
the end would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I really would love to hear some demos and
Yeah,
where they are.
like what they did with Memorable, when you can see Konami playing a part of Memorable to Seiki. That something like that was great.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
Like,
Uh,
here's what I've been working on
yeah.
too.
I
Somebody mentioned Santana. That could actually be pretty freaking cool, man.
that's Konami's dream.
Just let her just have like a nice long solo freaking
Yeah,
jam.
like a 10-minute song.
It'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
See, Akane's dream would be Maximum the Hormone. So we get Maximum the Hormone, Santana, and I'm so bad with names. You know, whoever Miku, what her big idol was, and then you know, whatever bassist. You just get all their favorite musicians together and make them do something. It would be
Yeah, the Shinaringo.
yes.
Yeah, that I don't know if she's still singing, but yeah.
Man, she is. But imagine her, Sheena Ringo, and Santana,
Whoa,
and BAND-MAID.
whoa, that's a weird collaboration, but yeah.
But man, it could be amazing.
Could be amazing. I agree. All right, I think it's time to end this podcast. We've been on for almost 2 hours, which is almost the minimum requirement for a podcast. It looks like it. Yeah,
No,
the first 2 ones
was
were
supposed
like
to be.
more than 2 hours. So yeah, we are
All right.
good. Thank you very much, Ryan, for coming today. And
Thanks for having me on, dude. Always a
that's
pleasure to talk to you.
my pleasure. And I don't know if I will do live podcast like this again, but I think it's a good experience to try it at least
Oh.
once.
Did I ruin it for you?
Yeah,
Like, nope,
probably,
not
but
doing that again.
it's only Ryan Mear, so it's okay.
Guys, thanks in the chat. Thanks for the questions. And,
Thank you guys for
yeah,
coming,
comments
for
and
tuning
stuff.
in. And
And this ain't happening again.
yes, it is. Next TP, we do the same.
Never
but
coming back here.
have a great day, have a good night. Have a
See you,
great
everybody. Thank you.
Christmas, because it's almost Christmas.
Yes.
Also.
It is almost Christmas.
So have a great time, everyone. And,
So it's Christmas.
okay.
Oh.
And maybe Ryan is preparing a Christmas song. Who knows? No. Okay. So no announcements today. Sorry, guys. We tried.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good time, everyone, and see you next time. Bye bye.